Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on a speed build Sunday. This one was an interesting one. So, backstory, we're renovating obviously a 1-bedroom apartment. We're going to turn it into a 2-bedroom apartment. But I didn't think about the fact that this apartment has like no windows. So it's like impossible. And I could add windows, yeah, but it's part of the challenge to not do that. So, I the layout's weird. Everything's just kind of funky about it, but I kind of love it. So yeah, um, you'll see how I work out the layout to make it 2 bedrooms, and like I tuck the living room in the corner so it can have the bigger part of that window, and I like split that window so both bedrooms would have a bigger window. But this is an apartment at two of the, I think it's the two most recent children that we moved out of our house in the 100 Baby Challenge. This is their apartment. This is Yolanda and is it Haley or is it Stacy? I think it's Stacy. I think Haley passed away, but it is those two. So the room on, well, they moved. The room that has the bathroom like partly in it is Stacy's room, and then the room that does not have the bathroom is Yolanda's room. So Yolanda is like gloomy. She's got practice makes perfect, creative. She's a Zen guru, like fitness, handiness, video games, and whatnot. So I kind of gave her room that gloomier vibe, but like still kind of tasteful. But we're also balling on a budget. I renovated this apartment with the money they had in their like funds, their household funds. So it's not what I would perfectly do, but I wanted the challenge of like being on a budget. So just keep that in mind, especially when it comes to decorating, because man, was there not a lot to use. But Stacy is outgoing and overachiever. She's family oriented. She wants to have a successful lineage. She likes jokes, fitness, and gossip. Which basically just means that she likes fitness was what was relevant, but don't worry about that. So it's kind of backwards. I put the computer. Alright, so basically what I did was I saved all the furniture from the initial apartment, and then I placed it around this apartment to see how it would all fit, and then I go back and change things. So the apartment came with a computer, and originally I put it in the living room, but then I changed the table that the stand that the TV is on to be like a 2 wide stand instead of a single wide stand, and then I had to shift it over a little bit for some reason. So because of that, I couldn't fit the computer in that room anymore, because like functionality wise you need to be able to get to those pipes and everything. So I couldn't put it too close to that corner or block that corner. So I ended up putting the computer inside Stacy's room, and then inside of Yolanda's room she has a treadmill so they can both work out. She can play video games. She has a bookcase inside her room as well, which this is not what her room looks like in the end. I changed it all kinds of around, all different. So you'll see here, everything's already going red. But I decided I wanted the treadmill. I went with pink, and I was like, well, she's kind of gloomier. She probably doesn't want bright pink. So this went with like a basic black one, little basic bookcase in the corner, where it doesn't take up much space, but it still makes it feel like it's like there's more in the room. But I changed the cabinets off of that ugly faded blue to the black, and then here I am adjusting her room. I was trying to see if there's any good way for me to save money, and so I ended up changing a lot of things around. But see here, working on getting their windows covered, which this one's tough because they're two different size windows, and we can't have the same curtains or blinds for different size windows. That would be too much to ask. So I ended up going with like floor to ceiling basic curtains for this room. All around the house I just have like basic black because it was like, okay, we can both agree on that. And then Stacy could decorate her room as she pleases and make her little touches around the apartment, which is kind of what we did. So you'll see here, I have that little gap. So I put her, the computer there in her room because those pipes need to be accessible, which makes it tough because that living room is pretty barren. I probably could have used to make the couch a little bigger, but who cares? And here's where it's like it kind of went a little over the top, but I tried to be somewhat mindful of like pricing. I tried to only sell things if I could buy something that was cheaper than what it would sell for. Oops, my dog came in. But kind of what I did there, and then I updated like the chair. I can't focus. The chair on the desk, and then you'll see getting the dining table and just kind of doing those finishing touches. Decorations were the hardest part. I didn't know what to decorate with or anything, and I'm so sorry about my dog. But there is no part of me that wants to do this voiceover again. He just has to come out here and be an absolute menace, doesn't he? But you'll see I'm kind of trying to decorate their rooms somewhat like their style. I'm just gonna give the room or the apartment more life, especially because it's like tall wall height, which means there's so much dead space on the walls. It makes it so tough to decorate. So you'll see me working on that and just trying to find ways. I thought about doing the graffiti. I was like, I don't love it. I don't. So I could not really find much that I like loved within our budget. But I really have not been feeling very inspired by most of the build and buy mode objects lately, because at this point I'm seeing the same things over and over and over and over, and I'm due for a new pack. That's for sure. But we're not there yet, so when we can, we'll get there. But have to buy more, and it's all super expensive because you know The Sims. That's how it is. But you'll see here that piece is weird with like that little line above it, but I use that all over because it was like $5. So I was able to decorate like the whole apartment with it, make it look so much better. And it's all decorated. And now it looks so cute. And then you'll see me here trying to take the screenshots for the thumbnail and trying to figure out how I want to do it. So I'll go through and change all the wall colors because I realized that my basic wall color is kind of sad. And it would be wonderful if it just had some more life to the apartment. So I did that, gave her a darker wall color, put like I think I ended up going more of like a cream colored wallpaper in the rest of the apartment, which I think looks so much better than the gray. But that is pretty much it for the Speed Build Sunday. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments down below. And if you want to see more Minecraft and Sims content, go ahead and subscribe, because I make tons of it and enjoy this awful part of me trying to take the screenshots and being very unsuccessful. Bye everyone!